Hello! Welcome to the last stream of me before I have to start teaching the children once more. Tomorrow is the first day of school, so how y'all doing? We doing things? I am doing 0 to Hero. Thank you for that raid there, Vertigo. We'll be doing, we're doing 0 to Hero. We're still doing the resource rush. So I got started with this one, but I don't think I ever finished it. I gotta see what I'm at right now. Thank you, Vertigo. So this is my 0 to Hero account. This is a raft that I earned in-game. Just doing trading. It took me about 40, 50 hours to do it, but... All right, let me go to the journal. Arc Corp is mostly what I have, which I'm still good there. It's time to do some contracts for Arc Corp. Let's go.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Oh. Bump. Just got elevator in Onyx. What type of elevator? Already hit with T5 with Hurston, but I'm just getting to T2 with others and having a blast running small, large combat missions with Wolf and the Wolf. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that happens still. I think that's one of the, it's a minor thing, but it's still an issue that CIG needs to look at when it comes to the elevators. The Rats is getting destroyed by the Asgard in the ship showdown. How do you feel about this? I mean, it makes sense. Most of the people who own the raft own it in-game rather than purchasing it with actual, like, cash. Because, like, if you win the ship showdown, like, if the raft won, then only the people who bought it with actual cash would get it. And I guarantee you there are more people with an Asgard than a raft. They're both solo do-all ships, though. I would say the raft is just a hauling ship in person.
Back for another job, that's great. Our corp appreciates you and all that stuff. Just try to get it done ASAP, okay? Great, thanks.
I'm surprised it is, because the raft got so much love because of this event. It's not getting destroyed, but it is losing. Last I checked, it was like 100 votes, or like 1,000 votes difference. Yeah, it's the Tessa voice actor. Yeah. I mean, I knew CIG was gonna do it. They're putting the 85X head to head with the Gladiator, and I'm sorry, Petey. I got to do it. I got to vote for the Gladiator. I'll say this to my 85X voters. If you support the Gladiator this year, I will throw all of my weight behind the 85X next year. 1,600. So it's slowly going up. I mean, I'll vote for the TAC over the Polaris for sure. I have a TAC. I like the TAC. I think it's a good ship. I don't just the sweat lords will say it's a bad ship because it's not an overpowered ship. But the 85X, the reason why it has a following is because the 85X is a good ship for what it does. It takes you from point A to point B. It's small enough to fit in most snub ship hangars, and it has a quantum drive. So, like, not many ships have what the 85X has. And it's fast as fuck. And it's a two-seater, so you can carry somebody else with you if you want to. I mean, you can... All right. While we're doing this, I'm just going to boost off into eternity. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to look at it more in depth on Thursday. Is it not on the top front page? All right. I'm not signed in on my computer for whatever reason. But let's take a look at the brackets. All right. So, God darn it. Okay. So, the Ursa Medevac versus the MTC, hard to tell, but the Asgard, if it's the ones winning, if it wins, the Asgard's going to smoke the MTC or the Medevac, so it'll get a skin. The M50 and the Razor, no one cares about those ships. I'm sorry. Racing is a niche. These things are niche. Going against the underdog, I think the Gladiator has the edge over the 85X. So I think it's going to be the Gladiator, and it's going to smoke whatever is here that's going to into the semifinals. The Zeus ES versus the Corsair, it's hard to tell. I think the Zeus, because it's newer, might have more love. But versus the Mole and the Vulture, the whatever over here is going to smoke it. Because these are niche. Prowler Ute versus Talon. Prowler Ute's got it down. But the players versus Tolerance Attack, whoever wins this smokes it. So CIG did what they always do, and they stacked the rosters in a way that they know what they're going to win. They knew it, they wanted to do a ship for a skin for either the Wrath the Asgard, Gladiator or the 85X, the Zeus or the Corsair, and the Polaris or the Starlancer. They knew the Polaris was going to have to come because they weren't going to let the Idris in. So they always knew that this was going to come in there no matter what. So knowing that ahead of time, they already pre-planned that. And these are the other ships are all ships that are newer-ish or already have skins except for these two, which is why they're the underdog division. Yeah, they always stack the brackets. Basically, whoever wins this round, this round, this round, and this round will get a skin. And then the finals, it's a toss-up. Though I think if the Polaris is going up against the one of these two, it's going to win. And as much as I love the Gladiator, it'll push hard. It'll be hard to beat the Asgard. It's just going to be hard to beat it. And even if the Gladiator beats the Asgard, then it's Asgard. It's going to be the Gladiator versus the Polaris probably, and it's going to be hard to beat. Not without a huge meme sort of push, which I don't think it's going to have. Nursa will probably beat the MTC just because the Nursa is newer, but do you think the Nursa is going to beat the fucking Asgard? I don't think so. There's no world where people like the Nursa better than the Asgard. The only way that world exists is if there is a significant political movement behind one of those ships. And I love the Nursa, but it ain't the Short King. Okay? It ain't our Lord and Savior MPUV. music off for this one? No, just low. Yeah, this is my 0 to hero account. I know you might go, Paul, why are you your 0 to hero account, but you've got a raft? Yeah, it's been going for a bit since 4.0 came out. So, and to be fair, I only do this every so often. Maybe a couple times a month. Hey, Bywell. Hey, Bywell. I have been streaming Star Citizen for 9 years. Yeah, 2016 is when I started. Under the AstroPub. Somebody here, or is this somebody abandoned? This is probably a broken one. Let's see. Oh, good. It's good and bad. Basically, a year ago, or like about 8 months ago, 9 months ago, CIG said, hey, so server meshing is out. It was released in 4.0. Damn it. It brought a whole bunch of problems, but a whole bunch of new cool stuff. It's now 600 to 700 people per shard now. They've released a bunch of content. This has got to be broken, right? Yeah, it's got to be broken. See if I can set it down. Yep. All right. Let's go to another location. More missions. There's a lot more missions. Yes. This is the latest event they're doing. It's mired by this problem, which is a whole fucking can of beans that I don't want to unpack. But it's one of those things where if it weren't for that bug, where these things don't fucking work, it would be a good mission set. And incredibly popular. Yeah, Reputation is going to be a funky one because CIG is also in the process, has basically backed way the fuck off of Reputation. Effectively saying they don't want to do negative Reputation. Not go back up. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Hey, bud, it's broken. Hey, bud, it's broken. Well, so Reputation is a funky thing because they want to start doing it, but they've also started backing away from their discussions about Reputation by saying they don't want to give negative reputation, which basically boils down to they don't want to They don't want to make it so that people can't participate in certain content. I'm gonna have to back out of the server. I think my ship is just bugged. I think it went through that and is now stuck in the ground. Yeah, oh well. Yep. So there's some significant questions that CIG still has to answer for that. Because the reason why negative reputation is important is that the ideal that CIG had sort of been spinning up to this point was the idea that reputation would gate your ability to do certain gameplay aspects. So if you were a complete shithead, oh, by the way, this is a thing too. You now spawn in your hangar.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Please visit us again.
Instead of negative reputation, do you say that is the same as crime stat? It's two different things. So negative reputation was the idea that if you had a negative reputation, enough negative reputation for certain factions, you would be either heavily penalized or completely blocked from participating in that faction's actions. To give you an example, Pyro, which is out by the way, Pyro there's no law system in Pyro. So there is no criminal crime stat system in Pyro. You can go to Pyro and shoot people and there's no consequences. However, with a reputation system, the idea was that if you shot people and those people had reputations with certain groups inside Pyro, you would then lose reputation with that group in Pyro. Thus, a natural consequence for the actions of what you do is that certain factions would no longer want to do business with you or would outright prevent you from accessing their stations, their landing zones, whatever. And while they sort of have that, they've said that they don't want to do that overall. So as a result, there is no consequences for your actions if you want to be a shithead, unless it's criminal actions, and even then that's wiped away pretty quickly.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle.
What the fucking shit?
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. Something's wrong with the renderer here. Yeah, something definitely wrong with the renderer here. A lot of hop servers again. Yes, there's some weird visual bugs. Hey, Dakota, how you doing? So here's the thing, Bitewell. It's been a while. You said it's been about a year since you've been here? Here's the good part. CIG has released a patch every month. Well, not April, but of the last 8 months, they've released 7 patches. Now, a lot of them have been .x patches. So like we had 4.1 or 4.0.1, 4.0.2, 4.1, 4.1.1, 4.1 or 4.2, 4.2.1, and now 4.2 or 4.3. But yeah, and the thing is that each patch has brought something. Either each patch, even the .x patches, have brought ships. They brought new missions, new events, new sandbox locations. Okay, so this one's actually working.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrievals. Your vehicle has been please visit us again.
Yes, we got sandworms. We got 2 different versions of sandworms, in fact. So they're not random spawns. They only spawn in specific locations. But in those locations, they can move freely. They're both called sandbox activity locations. One is called Hathor because it's these old Hathor stations in the Stanton system. And the other one is called Stormbreaker because it's a mission, some things you have to go to this location, you have to get certain key cards, and then you have to go to another location, and you have to take this tram to this specific location, and there you have to do a series of actions to effectively summon an apex sandworm, which is this fucking gigantic worm. The thing is you can't fight it with ships because there's no ships are able to make it to that location. Only on foot. And it's disabled at the moment? It's not disabled. We literally just did it like a couple, unless they disabled it 4.3. Oh, wait.
Systems activating. Systems on.
The big worm is disabled in 4.3 apparently. It's in the patch notes. Oh, I didn't know that. Like we literally did the big worm like right before 4.3 went live, so. Was there an explanation for it? Oh, freaking CZs are gone too? Jesus, how the... God damn, 4.3 is weird. Performance issues?
Landing gear up.
I wonder if we're hitting a situation where CIG is reaching the point of performance again. Where, like, because they... Escapades, your very important pub, very important purposes. Welcome, everybody. My name is Paul, Berserker01, Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here. The AstroPub. There's a space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. How you doing? Oh, Trexcapades. I thought it says Texcapades. I do wonder... How you doing, Black Jacket? So welcome to Zero to Hero. Trex was getting back to some Star Citizen today, actually. Good and bad time. I would say the Onyx facilities are some of the best Star Citizen that Star Citizen's ever done. But I'm just getting word that they've done a bunch of things which piss me off, but yeah. They voted for him to get back into it, and he confirmed it for tomorrow. Awesome. Tell him to do the Onyx missions. Got a players over there, and everything. Well, just so you know, as I just discovered, the Stormbreaker is broken, or they've removed Stormbreaker. So Stormbreaker, the end of Stormbreaker doesn't work, and they've removed a bunch of the, if not all of the contested zones. So like, if he's looking to do those, he can. He can do the Onyx missions and the Hathor stuff, and everything else. But wondering if CIG's hitting the same spot they were in the past, where they just can't get the performance up high enough without more servers, and they can't get more servers until server meshing. Oh, so they just remove the NPCs from CZs? That's not a good sign.
Landing gear.
How did I damage that? It's not that server coders are hard to hire. I'm just imagining that they're reaching the limit of performance. Like they're adding stuff to the point where like the 120 different locations they added are now too hard on the game. So they have to start removing things in order to make them function properly. Hopefully the Benoit talk mentions DSM. It seems to be the next major hurdle that they have to tackle. I'd heard that they were working in 4.3 to a little better in 4.3 than they were working in the other patches. I'm imagining that's partially because everyone who was doing them in the last patch gave up after they stopped working, and so they have a much less amount of traffic to these specific ones. Trouble Magnet, you gotta remember, Mythical Man Month. Hiring more people doesn't make things go faster. The people who are in charge of Star Citizen servers have a unique situation where, like, they quite literally built the servers that we have now and are probably the most qualified for dealing with Star Citizen server stuff because they wrote most of the code that built it in the first place. So again, it's just a matter of time, not talent. Come on, baby, work. I'm just tired of pointing out the flaws in the same fallacious assumptions that keep getting made. What do you mean? This is one of those situations where we talked about. We talked about with Tomato, which was CIG should explain why what's going on with CZs and the big worm. It's just saying, oh, performance issues. It's like, okay, well, I don't trust what the fuck you just said because that sounds like bullshit excuse. Okay, so it's not they didn't remove them, it's a bug. Yeah. I wonder if it's the same thing with the, I wonder if that's the same situation with the CZs. That's a different thing. Saying it's a bug versus it's versus like they just took it out because of performance issues. It's just like, that's different. Like bugs sucks, but it's like, okay, well that could be fixed and fucking. I do wonder, I don't think this will happen, but I do wonder if what we're going to see, because one of the things that is pretty consistent with a lot of games like Star Citizen that are pretty big, run by smaller companies, is that you'll see companies that basically say, well, it costs a lot to store all of this stuff, so we're going to limit your storage and you have to pay for extra storage in order to be, in order for us to pay for all of the cost of running things. I wonder if CIG might have to implement that in terms of long-term persistence issues. Listen, buddy, I'm just here to say the evil shit out loud so that, you know, you're prepared for it if it comes. They'd probably have to increase the cost of subscription if they did that, though. I can see the subscription adding new tiers for that, like $50 and like $80 tiers or something like that, $50 to $100. But that would make subscription required, because if you want to have certain amounts of stuff, you'd have to pay for a subscription in order to get the larger storage space. Aimless brings it up, and I'm like, if this is the problem where their LTP sucks and it's because they're paying for cheap ass storage, or they're paying for good storage but they just aren't getting enough services, and so they have to like make a deal for them to get more, where they have to like just pay for a shit ton more things. You may end up with the situation where CIG is like, well, we can't support LTP the way we want to without it costing a shit ton more on the regular. So in order for you to get X amount of storage, then you'll need to pay for a subscription service or something. Apparently there's a section you can store this, like right here. Or is it over here? I thought somebody said you could put an atlas somewhere on the ship. Does anyone know? If there's a section where you can put it on. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can move it around a little bit. I don't think I can do that, but try. Oh no, it's not mine. This was someone who left it here. Oh, you can get it off. It's just there's a trick to getting it off. Not snapping. Someone said there was like a special section that could actually store a raft or store an ATLS, but only the ATLS.
Landing gear up.
I think LTV issues are bugs, not storage limits, since they seem to be sensitive. Well, that's the thing is I don't know if they could be the LTV stuff may just be a symptom of other problems, similar to like the issue with the NPCs and the other worms not spawning properly. So I'm sure it's just bugs. Yeah, if you stand under the cockpit and try to pop it off, you can do that. So you can't get them down. You just have to like get in a weird angle and pull them down. Effectively, the reason why you can't pull them down on the raft is because the game thinks you're trying to. Well, if you release it, once you've touched it, it'll reconnect real quick. All right, should I try the quick trip? No, I'm not gonna try the quick trip. CSG probably almost certainly fixed that problem.
Landing gear down.
You can take away my spaceship. You can take away my space suit. You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never,
Never,
ever
ever.
Gear up.
take away my space game.
Gonzo209x just resubscribed for 87 months. I have lost count of how long I have been supporting you.
87 months is a long time, Gonzo. Thank you so much for the resubscription. You're very important, Papa. Very impressive person of any pedestrian. This is your fault. You're using drinking night. Shots and cheers and chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Down is good. You can pop it through the grid and onto the roof, but it's a pain to get it. Okay. I gotta talk to the emote artist. I'm gonna go spawn the Atlas.
Welcome to the
Atlas? I don't have an
Export
Atlas.
System. You'll please visit
Thought I had one on this account. I have to go buy one. I know that, but that worked last patch. CIG fixed a bunch of stuff that I didn't think they'd fix, so I'm not gonna risk it fully. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this down, and I'm gonna try to do the drop in the center, just like leave it in the center, and see if it works. What's in 431? Not a lot, honestly. It took a lot of stuff out. Yeah, I did a, it makes sense. If 431's the September patch, it's probably going to be the skintiest patch that we've ever seen for CIG. Not ever seen, but probably the skinniest patch we'll see as of this year, because whatever their October patch is going to be just absolutely gigantic. It's already 4 up. It's fine. Okay, I've done it. More boxes seem to stay on the elevator than before, but 12 trips is not. But 12 trips not a single lost box yet. In 4.3, this patch, like since the patch released on Saturday. This is my 0 to hero account, so not much. But in my other one, I'm almost done with the ArcCorp. I've got like 10 more large trip runs with ArcCorp, and then I'm done. And then I'm only like level 2 with Microtech. My goal is just to get my ArcCorp done for the main account. So yes, yesterday and today. Okay, I'll make a test for it and see if it works. Yeah, it's always important to remember a couple things. September is usually pretty good for CIG, but it's always a minor patch level. Like August is not the patches that tend to be the biggest for CIG are June, October, November. And sometimes March and sometimes August. So it goes, biggest is usually November, then June, then October, then August, and then March. Those are the biggest 5 months of the year. Everything else is fairly low. December is usually pretty good because it comes off of off the hype of November, but it's usually not like amazing. And that's mostly through sales, not necessarily through patches. So yeah, so here, I'll show you how it works. I'll send these down and then I'll do the other ones. No, I'm not gonna get the armor for all system. That's too much. That's way too much grinding.
Hi, you ready for some good news? Our corp decided to send you a gift for helping them gather so many resources. Guess it's supposed to inspire dynamic, motivational synergy, so that's nice, I guess. Alright, congrats and I'll see you on the next job.
Hey, tier 1 done. the key with this one, if you want to make it work properly, by the way, Wardo, if you're having issues with it staying, typically it's about where the placement of your ship. If your raft is directly over the center, it tends to do better over the center. The closer it gets to the edges of the pad, the less chance it actually collects it. Storage.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle. Your vehicle has been replaced. Visitors again.
And they're gone. Just like that, chat. And then the secret is to... I'm going to wait for it to fully log out so I actually can see it. I don't want to risk anything crazy. Because if you go too fast, sometimes that can confuse the systems. Just taking it nice and easy, nice and slow. And do. All right, go here. Look at that. Then am I missing more? No, I think that's it. Hey!
Yes! Perfect timing on the delivery.
To the
Really,
ASOP
really
vehicle
needed
retrieval
this.
system.
I'll call thanks you. See you next
Your
time.
vehicle has please visit us again.
I love Elle. She's my favorite of the voice actors. I find jumping on the pad works best as the ship comes right back up. Oh yeah. If once you go down.
I don't care why it went missing. Just fix it. Sorry about that. Where were we? Oh, right. New contract. Good luck, and try to make sure everything gets where it's supposed to go.
Right.
Systems activated. Systems on. Landing gear up.
There's just a lot of stuff I don't trust to fate there, Wardo, because like I have one too many times if I try to do something and something like that and it went wrong and I'm like, well, the game isn't supposed to do this. already breaking some of the rules. No, I know. If you abandon it and take the take the regular mission, it'll basically always like give you that mission back real quick. Like I said, I don't like tempting fate, especially on a new patch with some of these things. That's how people with C2s work. Well, they'll take the large mission, they'll pull the cargo up, they'll abandon the mission, load up all of the cargo, take the large mission, which will send them back to the same place. So they just constantly do it until they have a full C2. Then they go back and turn them all in for their just the regular resource drive stuff and call it a day. You don't make a lot more AUEC. You're like the actual total number you actually make is like 60 AUEC per box more, which, don't get me wrong, is not an insignificant amount, but you're talking about like 6,000 to 10,000 more AUEC per run. 101 compared to 155k. 40k. It's not that much of a difference. It does highlight the flaws of CIG's problems, though. Fundamental problem that CIG has is that players are figuring out how to break their missions because to make them faster. What the fuck? You actually here? There's two ones here too, and there's two fucking. I mean, impounded. Jesus Christ, is this just a full fucking org?
Landing gear down.
I can't take credit for any of it. NeoFox showed it all to me. No, like I said, I've know all of those little tricks. So people told me about them in the last patch. Thank you for giving me the options to pretend that. Like I said, it does highlight the problem that CIG has currently, which is their missions are so bad that people are figuring out how to break them in a way that makes them better. All right, buddy. Ah, okay. I don't see another 4 SCU crate again. I'll be so happy. Shit. I think I'm going to try to do my loader guy streams again. I'll try that next Monday. Loader guy. Is that all, bud? Or are you doing more? Is that all, bud? Or are you doing more? I have no idea if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me, bud? Flash if you can hear me. Okay. Where's this guy going? Where'd he go? The only problem about this is you have to actually unload those. You good, bud? I'm gonna pull up mine now. Thanks, bud. How you doing, chat? Thank you for hanging out, by the way. Captain DJ Sweeney, thanks for the follow. I haven't heard anything from YouTube. Is YouTube not functioning properly? Oh, I mean, I swear it should be on. That's weird. Yeah, last year's December being a gigantic was pretty much an anomaly. It was because of 4.1 was the issue. Or 4.0 was the big one. Everyone wanted to hop in because, as we all knew, I had been saying it for a long time that when 4.0 came out, it would be a massive sales because people just want to see progress, and that's just the proof in the pudding. Is you see a lot of content or a lot of stuff being done. Yeah, Onyx facilities are definitely scary. Sorry, YouTube. I swear it should have been working on a restreams end, but apparently it's not working. So Broheim, name so long to annoy anybody. Kita, Scott, how y'all doing? I'm gonna move this over if you want help. I don't trust this guy. He doesn't seem so shitty yet. He stopped by to help me out, so. All right, I'm gonna try to use the. Yeah, today's the day of the first vote. The Valkyrie is smoking the raft right now.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Thanks for your help, man.
No problem. Oh, the shit showdown. Cargo bugs, definitely no shortage. Half my load is permanently stuck to a raft. That's weird. That's a new and exciting bug.
Landing gear up.
I'm gonna do one more large run and then I'll be calling it. You can look at just doing one large run gets you. I'm already about 191. This will get me like over 200, and then the next large one will put me over the 300 reward. The 700 one is a little harder. It takes a little bit longer. Not that much longer. Now that shit's actually working. Macta, did you try maneuvering like in different positions? As weird as it sounds, I know that can work sometimes, where, especially with the raft, that moving into like slightly odd angles can actually pull them down. Yeah, the cargo elevators in the actual hangars are broken these days. So what the fuck? Paul, is it concerning that new things when they put in Star Citizen don't work when they're debuted? No, it's pretty standard. You work in the industry to a degree, Shemp. You should know. You know that a lot of times when you release new software updates, there's going to be weird shit that happens with it. In an ideal world, it doesn't happen, but it's definitely something that happens more frequently than anyone would want. Now, if 1.0 came out and a bunch of shit was broken, then yeah, that would be a problem. But that's why I think CIG is going to get to the point where they have basically 1.0 done, and they won't call it 1.0. They'll call it beta, and then they'll let it run for like 9 months to work out some of the problems, and then they'll release it as 1.0. Doesn't help that CIG basically wasted a year of development to do hardening. So I'm sure most folks wouldn't consider it a waste. Sure feels like it sometimes, though. shit. Okay, good.
Welcome to the ASOS Trophy. Please visit.
Back up, please. $239. So yeah. One more run and I'm done. I've got the next level up.
Welcome. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Gladiator is a decent chance of getting memed to champion this year, hopefully. Nice to see that it still works in 4.3. Yeah.
Talk soon. Hi, this is your first job with our corp, right? Oh wait, sorry, that's the other contractor. I know you've done this job before, so just keep it up. All right, later.
Gotta love the actress who does Tessa Bannister. That is definitely the same actress who does Tessa Bannister.
Landing gear.
I think it's Sophie Wu, possibly. The Gladiator's getting a skin as long as it beats the 85X. Because, again, it's going head to head with like a racer. And I don't know many people who are going to be voting for a racer over the Gladiator or the 85X. Well, the 85X, yeah, it depends on the meme. I have a sneaking suspicion that CIG let the Gladiator be the meme ship because because they have either a rework in progress or a some sort of update to it to make it more in line with what they want it to be. I don't think they have a Mark II, but they might be making the military version of it. I forget what the name. It's not an F. It's like a. Look it up. T. The T8A. T for torpedo. The T8C is what we have now. Here comes the sun. I like the wolf. I don't like the guns. The guns feel weird. They're okay for what they do, but like, I don't like the spin up speed. They seem a little off. Like when you pull down the trigger, it takes a significant amount of time for them to spin up. And then the like actual hit ratio is kind of wonky.
Landing gear down.
Hey, bud.
Contact.
It's an armistice zone.
Landing gear up. Landing gear down. Contact.
Fuck off. Is this not an armistice zone? Oh, okay. It's not an armistice zone. What? It is an armistice zone. How are they shooting in an armistice zone? Another AI. What the fuck? How the fuck are they doing that?
Landing gear up.
Where'd the ship go? Where the fuck did those ships go? What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, just give us a fucking Squadron 214 skin. Holy shit, yeah. There you are. Oh, no, that's you. Oh, you're literally in my server. Okay.
Landing gear down.
Yeah, but they shot me and then they disappeared. Who the F has an 85X? Anybody with an 890 jump? That wasn't your bounty, was it? Wardo? Yep, I'm literally doing it right now, Blood. Let's see if this is advisable. Oh, that's a pretty short drop. It's not too bad. I'm gonna repair my ship real quick. I can back up a little bit more. Star Citizen funny. Oh, you're good. So Wales, 85X doesn't have a chance. It's a meme pick. There's definitely some movement from some of the content creators. Because I know PD wants an 85X to win, which I agree the 85X should win because it's the only other ship that doesn't have a skin to it, but not right now. Wow. Can't repair it here. All right. Just do the wonky. Oh no, it's not. It doesn't have. It's not. 85X isn't going up against the Polaris. It has a chance of making it to the skin levels. If you're talking about like actual wins, I don't know if the Gladiators got the juice for the win. I hope it does. My goal is to get it to the semis. Oh, CIG rigged these. They know who. There is 8 ships that they have an idea of what they want to do for the skins, and those are the 8 ships that are currently the only ones that are going to have any competition against. For everyone's local stream, my name is Paul, Berserker01, Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here. TheAstroPub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got to go before you. How y'all doing?
You can take away my spaceship.
Spaceship.
You can take away my space suit.
Suit.
You can even take away my space lasers.
No pew-pews.
But you can never,
Never.
ever
Ever.
take away my space game.
Doing good. I have a follow month though?
Loken Plays just resubscribed for 69 months.
I have a sub
Pop
points
5 pub
modal.
capsule.
Thank you for that. 69 months there, Loken. You're very important, Papa. Very impressive. It's very progression. This your fault. Losers and drinking out. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Yeah, so that's just like that automatically updates. I need to set it back down to like what it needs to be. Hype train coming in. That is a nice length of time for sure. Oh, the follow month.
You can take away
Oh,
my
I thought you said like my points.
You can take away my space
I see
suit.
what you're saying. Yes.
You can even take
That
away
is a
my
very,
space lasers.
that is 60 nice.
But you can never,
Never,
ever
ever.
take away my space game.
The guy has subscribed.
The Guile, thank you so much for that subscription with Twitch Prime. You're a very important pupper, very impressive pisser, very needed pedestrian. This is your fault. You're the reason I drink at night. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Thank you, buddy. Okay, now that I've paid off the bounty, I am no longer hunts. Yes, I got an illegal towing bounty on me while there. Oh, maybe that's why they spawned. What are you up to there, Loken? Were you doing some Star Citizen? By the way, I am totally down to do this Friday to do some definitive edition for Dawn of War. Again. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. But I've watched you on Forerunners in Space. I don't know how many times that I'd finally give you some love now that I'm more plugged in with Star Citizen now. Thank you for watching me on Inforunners and Space Tomato. It was fun to have to be on Tomato's content, or the latest launch sequence. It was fun. It was good discussion. It's one of those things where I'm very in a weird position with CIG's communication because, like, as I put it in the episode, they need professional communicators. They need people who, you know, and it, like, if it's Jared, then cool. If Jared has training and knows what he's doing with it, then that should be Jared's job. But it's not his job. He's got other things he's got to worry about. They need somebody who is a professional PR person or hire a firm to represent them. I know it's expensive, but like that keeps you from having larger mistakes. Good night, Loken. Hey, X, how you doing, buddy? We got it. Oh yeah, we got to do ship showdown discussions. There, X. Now that we know the final, the Sweet 16 or whatever. Totally agree. Yeah. It just, CIG is not a scrappy company of 100 people anymore. It's, you know, not even 100, of like 5 people in a basement anymore. It's a 1,000-person game company that like start realizing that they're, and what they want to do is they want to treat Squadron 42 like it's a huge AAA title. Seems off. Of course they were going to do that. I knew they were going to do that. They put them in the same category. It's like, well, I'm sorry, 85X. I'm going to have to side with the Gladiator. The 85X makes it next year for the Sweet 16. I will push it. But based on CIG's own metrics that they showed for the support, the Gladiator is significantly more popular than the 85X in that category. Which does mean, though, that if it wins, it gets a skin. Then it has to go head to head with a fucking Polaris. Well, I mean, the thing is that the Zeus and the Corsair were chosen to put together because they are more popular, but that CIG also knows that, so they're putting them together so they can limit the pool of the potential winners. Oh yeah, we've been talking about the Gladiator for a while. I need to make that fucking video though. I don't know if I don't have time for that fucking video. Of course, CIG has to do this. I should have done it earlier. I'll probably set something up tomorrow for it if anybody is down to helping me out. Make a post on it on the Discord. Probably. CIG intentionally made it so that the Gladiator is probably going to get a skin, but it's also not going to win. I think it's always important to remind somebody if they want to vote for the Polaris that they don't get a free Polaris or anything like that. Please don't be broken. Please don't be broken. Please, please. Fuck. Okay, almost. Look at this. So here's the secret. CIG fixes they fix the brackets so that they only have to do a certain number of guaranteed perfect. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do this? But gladiators take out Polaris with torps and friendship. Yes, of course they do. Oh, I'd love a Y-wing pain for the gladiator. That would be, it would go stupidly hard. Oh, no, no, no. Dealing with the bug raft. With solutions. Haha! Fuck you, CIG bugs. I spit in your face. We don't know the theme this year. It's probably purple again. It's rigged. It's not rigged. CIG doesn't change the votes. It is possible to break the system, as we proved with the MPUV.
Landing gear up.
Daring to spit in the face of the starcitizen bug gods is a bold choice. I am nobody. Fuck you, Poseidon. Yeah, it's effectively CIG manages the brackets in a way that they guarantee certain ships will win. So they put they make it so that the most popular ships that they can see in terms of what's going on will be put head to head with each other. So like the Polaris versus the Gladiator, yeah, they're doing that. Now, they're doing it in a way that the Polaris and the Gladiator are probably both going to get skins, or the 85X and the Polaris are going to get skins, and maybe if the TAC wins, we'll see. I don't think it will. But they're basically setting up for the Asgard or the Raft, which I think was a toss-up, but it seems like it's the Asgard. The Corsair or the Zeus. I think it's the Corsair. And then the Gladiator or the 85X. I think it's probably the Gladiator, and the Polaris or the Attack. I think it's going to end up being the Polaris, the Gladiator, now we know the Asgard, and maybe the Corsair. Those are the top 4. All 4 of those are getting skins. CIG set it up because they wanted to make skins for those 4 things. The Gladiator or the 85X is an interesting choice because they don't have skins. The 85X has 0 skins, and so does the Gladiator. That's why they put it in the underdog category. That's their new meme category, basically. And so they could limit it to 1 meme ship per year. It's only a 2K vote difference. Yeah, but it was less than 500. Then it was 1,000. Then it was 1,600. And it's now what? Probably like 1,800, 1,900. It's slowly getting up. Talon's not winning. Absolutely no way the Talon's beating the Ute. Prowler Ute is gonna win. But then there's no fucking way that the Prowler Ute beats the fucking Polaris. Aimless, we actually know this answer. And I think they've mentioned it a couple of times here and there. They're completely reworking the PTV. The PTV is getting a ground up rework. I mean, I'm not voting for it because it's I prefer not to vote for the easy answer, easy win. That doesn't mean it won't be voted for because, you know, Star Citizen Unity. Can't find a good one, so I'm just going to go to there and then pop back up. Well, they specifically God fucking damn it. Just got the boost.
Landing gear down. Landing gear up.
$5 on Best in Show paint is white and yellow. I'd love for it to be anything but purple, and I love purple, but they've been kind of killing that one. At this point, I feel like most ships need a ground-up gold pass. Many oversights, especially in the cargo realm, of snagging every damn penny. Unfortunately, we're just not going to see that. It's just logistically impossible. Basically, CIG is paying for the fact that they made ships before they knew what the game was going to be, and now that they know what the game's going to be, there's several ships which don't work with the game. So they're just going to band-aid the shit out of it and make it work, and maybe eventually get back to them. Whatever happened to that more UTV like PTV? Literal, what they called it, the UTV? I saw floating around at the same time the PTV. The PTV originally just, you mean the Steve, the STV originally resist. PTV is the goodest boy. My guess is that they've completely abandoned ground physics for now, while they try to get everything else handled. And while they're abandoning ground physics, they're probably not heavily focusing on ground vehicles that don't have specific purposes for, like, what they want. So, like, base building. MTC, you mean? My guess is that it's the UTV is a side by side. It's a Ute, and I think the SD or the PTV, which is basically a golf cart, is probably going to get reworked to be more like the Steve, but smaller. So it's going to have more ground clearance. It's going to be a little bit more. Where's your Perseus? My guess is November. Star Citizen good now? It'll never be good. You know that. It's a scam. Chris Roberts took all your money and purchased a bajillion-dollar yacht and is currently doing lines of cocaine.
Landing gear down.
Better than it's ever been, in my opinion. Still doing some of their stuff, but it's doing a better creep of content now. Yeah, I mean, 4.3 is a great example of Star Citizen status right now. Onyx facility is better than it has ever been before, but at the cost of both Stormbreaker, the giant worm, doesn't spawn, and there are no NPCs in contested zones. Now, those are possibly and probably bugs, but that's a great example. All right. So, for instance, that hangar over there is busted. That freight elevator is definitely busted because it's down or it's up. If it's down, it's working. If it's up, it's busted. I mean, yeah, I like that idea. Use Wicklow for best in show paints. By the way, chat, are you ready for when the Perseus comes out for every single Inside Star Citizen for it to be fucking featured? Like they did with the Polaris. It's gonna be almost annoying how much that that ship is gonna show up.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle. Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again.
Nope. Nope. Come back up. Yeah. Asgard's pulling away with it. That's one of the problems, that you have the crowd factor. If a ship is leading, or like if someone is leading and you know that they're leading, it's very hard to catch up unless there's a concerted effort. Let's see if this works.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to a place.
All down. Shit. They're both fucking broken. Oh, fuck me. I know what to do. Can't fuck me. Fuck with me. They're bug gods. I still spite you.
All right, look who's back for another contract. Guess you love working for our corp. Well, you know the drill by now, so I'll just leave you to take care of everything. Thanks.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Welcome. Your vehicle has. Please visit us again.
Hangar. I have it in my hangar. It's already stored. I don't think this will work, but we'll see. If this one doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll just log out and log into another server. Because I have it already in my... See, it's already there. All right. Better if people start crying about it when their Corsairs get sniped. I mean, that's kind of what the thing is designed for. Hopefully CIG knows that their fucking freight elevator is now inside this. The one that was always working before is now completely broken. So at this point, I think I've done 2 large missions and a medium mission and the starter mission for this, and that'll get me to rank 2. If I can get this done.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieve. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us.
Belted your raft. Belted mine, upgraded to my raft and prowl utility. Now I have to wait for... Belted what? Connie?
Welcome to the ASOP. Please visit us again.
Woo! Holy fuck. Okay. That go through. Oh, you're talking about the Perseus. Okay.
Hi, Altiana with Encore was just calling you to say... Sorry, totally blanked on why I called. There's too many things going on. Anyway, if I remember, I'll calm you back. Sorry, good luck with the contract. All right. Allcorp appreciates you completing your delivery and... Oh, crap. Sorry, I have to take this other comm. Wow. Wasn't expecting things to get botched like that. I'm gonna have to call in some overtime and try to salvage this mess. Oh well, not your fault you're not good at your job, right?
Fuck you, El.
Hey, what happened? I thought you were gonna do the contract. You know what? It doesn't matter. I still need to find someone else to do the work. Enjoy your time off, I guess. Hey,
Yeah.
it's Elle. Guess what?
Woo!
Allcorp's been so impressed with your hustle out there that they're sending you a little something as thanks. Pretty nice, right? Almost makes me wish I was a contractor. Anyway, enjoy and keep up the good work.
400K. Not bad for just buying this thing. All right, let's see what we got. I am at 419. I believe the 1582 is the one for the raft. I'd like to get the raft with this one. Maybe not the full, like, all the way to the top, but at least the 1582. So I've got a little over 1,000, so like 1,100 more to go for that one. Not bad. I like it. Oh, cool. They actually have the Terra Gazette for this month there, too. It's nice. I'd love for it to actually be an interactable newspaper. But... All right, chat. I'm going to store this. I'm going to send you down. So that way you're not broken. You are down. Good. Less buggy when they're down.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieve. Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Now with each large run, it's 182, like 180. So it's like. It's like 7 trips for 100. Yeah. I think it had blinking lights. At least I'm done shooting for a Kraken. I'll just sit with an Endeavor all package. Welcome. You are a member of the Cult of the Endeavor, I see. Welcome, brother. So that was our Zero Hero. We tend to do these streams on Monday a little bit shorter, but we do stream on Mondays now. I'll be doing a kind of a live look into the lore for next Monday. So that'll be on the Astro Historian. And what we'll be doing is we'll be reviewing the Vanduul War. We're going to look at the history of the Vanduul War from first contact to today, kind of tracing down the different conflicts. It's going to be a high-level overview, so it's not going to do the details, but we'll look through all of the information we can find and read it out and give you connect the context and that kind of stuff for it. It's what we usually do when we do the Astro Historian live stuff. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, and of course, Thursday, office hours. Friday will be Loken and me doing pub and plays. We'll be doing the new definitive edition of Dawn of War coming out. And then Dawn of War 1. And then what's the next one? Saturday is Ship Showdown. We're going to be talking about Ship Showdown. I'm going to have Execute on. I'm going to see if Grimm's can come on. Keep forgetting to ask him. We'll talk about the ships. We'll talk about who's likely to win, who we want to win, and why. Let's see what else. Sunday, another lore expedition, and then and next Monday we'll be doing a review. My plan is to have another lore episode out on the Hurstons this weekend. If I can find time with work, I'll do my best for that one. And then on and then on Oh yeah, the week after that, the weekend, this next weekend as well for members, we'll get my the latest complete history of Star Citizen lore video. That'll be out for members, and then the weekend after that will be the full release of the complete history of Star Citizen lore series, latest episode that'll be coming out August 29th. Then the week after that is going to be the compilation video of the every ship of the year. So we've got lots of lore videos coming up. 2 original, 1 compilation, especially for those of you who are interested in like the longer videos. That complete history of the Star Citizen or the UE Navy is going to be like shit. It's going to be close to 2 hours. I'm going to pop it into the editing suite here shortly, all of the videos, and see if I can't make it work. It might look a little weird because I have to like kind of pull the videos out from the original videos and then like stitch them together. But it's all right. Thank you, Wardo. Sorry, crew. Yeah, I try to keep these shorter. So I try to keep them around 2 to 3 hours because, it's Monday. So give you a little bit of it, but yeah. If you like this, make sure you hit the follow button here on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like and comment down below if you're watching this after the fact. I will also be releasing my look into the 3.1 patch, 4.3.1 patch from the Roadmap Roundup, the video we did. A little shorter than we typically. And then next week, we'll be doing another review on the 100 series that I've been doing for my ship review series that I've been doing on this channel. So keep an eye out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And like I say every time, hope to see you someday in the black.